Good morning, AM Hustle again. Big question. You want to start a business, but you have no experience. Nothing. No experience, no money, no connections, nothing. But how do you do that? Well, tell you what, in this video, I'll break that down and a little bit more just to give you that extra oomph that you need because you can start a business without any experience. You really can. But before we jump off into that, I want to just share some with you. If you like the content of this channel and you want a little bit more, under every video is more helpful content and tips. Have at it, knock yourself out. Now let's rock and roll. How do you start a business with no experience? How do you do that? How do you make that happen? Well, this is the deal. First of all, you got to get started. You got to get started. You have to understand that it's okay to be you. And I'm not saying that in a condescending manner. I'm saying that in the grand scheme of things that people are in my regular code. Excuse me. Allergies are kicking up. In my course, Local Hustles, the very first thing is it's okay to struggle. We have this thought process that for some reason, if you're struggling or you're not working smart or there's some like all of this stuff is supposed to happen with you just innately knowing the right thing to do. I had a young lady who come in on the video yesterday and she said, I'm angry. And, I explored it because she's like, where are the mentors, where are the other things that are going on? And she just kind of dropped it that she was came up through a single mother household and there were some other things going on. And there's just so many things that she didn't get. And she was feeling a certain kind of way. When the reality is when you have that pathology of dysfunction, that it just perpetuates. So essentially, she's where she should be, and it's not her fault or it's all this bad stuff. But the thing is, she's at that point where her eyes have been open and she can, like, I just say, you can start this now. I didn't start this journey until I was 32. I was in the same boat as you. Well, yeah, no, I did have good mentors early on, my grandfather and some other men in the family. So it wasn't exactly the same boat. I will say I was in the same boat of being in the matrix, which I'll break down in a second, how this relates to how do you start a business with no experience, that I had to get out of that. Now to the matrix and starting a business with no experience. The matrix, and I've got several videos up here talking about it, that people will say, for you to start a business, you must get business cards. You must incorporate. You must have office space. There's all of these things you must have before you make your first dollar. I want you to listen to me. Right now, I am in my underwear. No shit. And I'm not getting up to show you. But I work from home. I started a YouTube business, a publishing company that allowed me the freedom to do this. So when I come to you and say, this is possible, you can do it, it's not a bullshit move. This is something that I have done. This is something I see other people doing. This is something that I know can be done. The reality is you could go right now with no experience, none. And and this is the key part, if you work your ass off and you regurgitate all of the bullshit that you were told that you should do, within 12 to 24 months, you could possibly have a business. Possibly. There are no guarantees. I don't make any guarantees with anybody. I will make you this guarantee. If you do the work and you don't have an IQ of 75, 90% chance you can have a business that will support you, give you the direction you want, be doing your thing within 12 to 24 months. Now, let's get back to the matrix talk. Well, I remember this conversation from this fool, and I'm going to say fool because it's like, well, see, this video should be like how to start a publishing business. This is not how to start a business. Now, a publishing business and the YouTube business, these are businesses because if it generates revenue, it's a business. Many people are caught up in the facade and the accoutrements of, I got this nice office space, I've got these cars, all of these things that don't make any damn money. This is the new economy. This is the new economy. You do not have to do the things that your father or your grandfather, your grandmother, you don't have to do that. You can start a business after listening to this video. Get up, get out, outcast, get out, get up, get started, do something. And at the end of the day, you can have the framework of a business. If you really own your hustle, you could have earned money from your business. Now, are you incorporated? No. I don't recommend that you get incorporated until you validate your business idea, unless you're doing something that you have to, or you are doing a business. You used to have a job doing this thing, whatever it is, and you know the customer base, and you know you're dealing with trucks, you're going to people's homes and things like that, or there's a certain element of liability. Yes, incorporate. But if you're going to be online doing some stuff, don't incorporate until you validate your business idea. Now, what's validating? I hate allergies. What's validating? Finding out if your concept is something that we, I'll include myself, we're strangers. You don't know me, I don't know you. But if I, as a stranger, see what you have left on the internet or somewhere, and I go, ooh, that's really, I like that. I like that. Yeah, well, let me check this out. Yeah, you know what? I like your Kung Fu. Okay, all right, here's my credit card. Boom. If you do that 10 times in a week, or 20 times in a month, you validate your business concept. It is something that strangers will pay you money for. Now it's the process of refining that. This is how you start a business with no experience. Get started. Rule number 1, get started. Rule number 2, forget about the people in your life who have not started businesses and cannot offer you valid, time-tested business advice. They can offer you an opinion, which may be rooted in love, but they cannot offer you valid business advice. When I started my first business that was doing well, I got some bullshit from my mother, and I completely just went, no, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. No. Oh, I completely ignored it. I mean, I'll just break real. She filed bankruptcy 3 times. She don't know shit about money. I'm not listening to you about money. You never had a business. And what people confuse is age with wisdom. There's a lot of 60, 70, 80-year-old fucking fools out here. They're like, well, that's how we did it back in. Well, it ain't your motherfucking day anymore. It's 2015. We don't do it like that anymore. And if you're rooted in that shit due to the romantic facade of those were the days, study history. At every point in history, there was a good part and there was a really fucked up part. And a lot of people like to go ahead and glamorize and over romanticize the good part and completely ignore the bad part. Like, a lot of white people want to act like slavery didn't happen. Well, it's a part of history. A lot of black people don't want to act like, hey, it was Africans who originally started selling slaves. Ooh, we don't want to talk about that. We just want to emphasize and glamorize our point of view while ignoring the facts, which brings me to when you're starting your business. Rule number 2, well, 3. I said 3. You have got to become a metric monster. You have got to dig in the data. None of this, well, we're doing okay. If someone's like, hey, what is your business doing? Well, this is happening. This is where we are on this week. This is where we are on this month. This is where we're on the 3rd quarter. This is what happened last month. This is what this year's sales to date compared to last year's sales to date. There's a 25% appreciation. You got to be talking like that. That's business talk. That's money talk. That's financial education. And if you don't know how to get it, and if you don't have one, that's cool, because you can learn. You can build. So rule number 1, get started. Rule number 2, ignore the people who cannot give you valid business advice. If they're giving you their opinion, it's like, thank you. I love that you're looking out for me. And then go outside and tilt your head over and knock all that shit out your brain and just don't take it in. Don't eat, don't digest, spit the bullshit pill out. Just spit it out. Don't even deal with it, because Many people, and this is something that I've experienced, and I've experienced it recently, again, from something just crazy. Many people do not want you to win. They may say they want you to win. They may be acting like they're in your corner, but the minute that they can get that shank, they will become your Brutus. They will become your Brutus, because you winning mean that they did not even participate in the game. It wasn't about them losing, because you can't lose if you don't participate in the race. But they will become your Brutus, because when they see your trajectory, that you're moving up and you are cool and you are generous and you will share, and you'll be like, yo, Brutus, look, let's do this, let's do this, let's do this. Yeah, this is the business. But you will give Brutus all that shit, but Brutus thought that Brutus was smarter than you, and you figure that shit out. He cannot, or she cannot, Brutalina can't take your advice, because since they're smarter than you, there's no way that you got what you got without it being some random act of luck, good fortune, or you were fucking someone to get it. So your opinion is invalid. If the advice that you were giving Brutus was given to them by Warren Buffett, same exact advice, they'd be like, okay, all right, thank you. I'm eating these pills. Oh, thank you. Same advice. But because you're the messenger, inherently the message is fucked up. And because of their fucked up brain waves, even though you show them evidence, even though you invite them in your house, even though you let them see how this thing works from the inside out, when it comes time, when that moment happens, when it's time for you, you're shining, you're standing up, you're waving to the crowd, if you miss that, Brutus got this for you. Brutus has this for you, and will shank you on the tender parts, because they know where they are. And I'm going a little deep with this, because there are many of you out there, you're going to experience a success. You're going to push, you're going to make it, you're going to do it. And then when Brutus comes along, you can reflect back to this video and realize that you knew they were coming, and you'll be ready. You'll have some armor on your tender side. So when that shank comes out, whoa, it can't, what? And then you can turn around and, Brutus, give me the shank. Look, I knew you were coming. There was this guy named Glendon. He told me to take these purple pills, and I took them years ago, and that shit was, woo, it was brutal. It was brutal. But I began to see who you were. I knew who you were. I knew you were coming, and I was ready. And then this is how you're going to kill Brutus. You're not going to kill Brutus with the shank. You're going to put the shank away, and you're going to look Brutus in the eye and say, you know what? I got love for you. I wish you the best. But there's no room for people I cannot trust in my inner circle. So the door's to the right. You have a good life. And then you go out and you shine some more. And every time Brutus see you shining, they're going to die a little bit more. They're going to pull out the shank. And they're going to do the Japanese thing. They're going to take themselves out, because they cannot bear to see you shine. They can't bear it. So let's get to rule number 4. You are doing this business. You got yourself going. You've become a metric monster. You're making money. You have to be grateful. I know you didn't expect that. You have to be grateful for little shit, because when you start to become taking things for granted, you start to lose your edge. You don't focus. You don't see the little things that can make you money. And when you don't see the little things that can make you money, you're going to also miss some big things that can make you money. So number 4, you got to be super grateful. You got to be happy. I'm happy for the fools who have subscribed to this channel, and every time I put up a video, they immediately hit dislike. Thank you. You just got me a view. You're just giving me a bigger view count. Thank you. I appreciate you. Don't go away. Please keep doing that, because you are using your energy to try to fuck with me, but you're actually helping me, because I can look at it from the proper standpoint of you have stayed subscribed to this channel to hate, versus taking your energy and your time to build. You can't build while you're hating. You can't. You can't. And a lot of people don't get that. So number 4, be really, really grateful little stuff. And during the beginning, when you're out there talking to people and you have folks who are say they want sales, say they want orders, and they don't come through, and you start getting those bootleg, jackleg stories like, oh yeah, I was going to do it, but I had to pay the light bill. Oh, I was going to do it, but she needed some shoe. You just, dude, hey, thank you, I appreciate it. I know you can't do it now, but I'm going to hit you back up about a month from now, and just do that and walk away. Do not get caught up in that. We boys use no. See, you're operating from that lack bullshit mindset. Like, well, if you don't do this right now, then this is the end of the world. No. The world is big. There's so much money out here. It's stupid. There's so much money out there. Practice gratitude, practice appreciation. You practice those two things, more money will just start hopping in your wallet. You'll be walking and you don't like money, but hey, stop. I'm getting in your wallet. Yo, slow down. It'll just start popping up. Practice that. Now, let's get down to the technical parts. At what point do you incorporate? When you've earned enough money to pay for the incorporation and money still coming in. Remember, I believe in incorporating. I believe in business structures. Now, what kind of business structure do you need? You're going to have to do some research, because there's going to be thousands of people who are going to watch this video, and everyone's going to have a different tax situation. You're going to have one person who's 18, no kids, living at home. You're going to have one person that's 42. They got 2.5 kids, 2 dogs, and a hamster. Everyone's got a different situation. So people like to ask this question, like, what do I do to be a marketer? There's so many variables, like the surgeon. I can teach you how to cut someone open and grab their liver in, roughly 30 minutes. Just do this, go through the epidermis, go through this, pull, get the spreader, spread the muscle tissue. Now it's going to take me 5 to 8 years to tell you what to do if shit goes wrong, because shit's going to go wrong 90% of the time. So, I can give you the topical stuff, but when shit goes wrong, when you run into this experience, when you go into a sales meeting, people are bullshitting you, how to read body language, all of that stuff. That's what takes time. You can get the framework and you can start making money like that. But to build, that's where you have to go back to being a metric monster. Every day I look at my YouTube and analytics, every 7 days a week. I'm like, what the hell happened? This weekend, some people donated $550 to the fan thing. Now, this is what's funny. I stopped putting that button up. They had to go to the main page to do that. So I decided to create some scholarships for Hustler Mindset Life Skills. There's 8 of them. They bought 4. I matched that with 4. That's the practicing the appreciation, because I'm like, hey, if you're going to donate, I want to spread a little love and joy. That's part of doing this. Now, another way for you to start a business with no experience is to work free. We're going to have this talk. You ain't worth a lot, boo-boo. That's why you're not making any money. That's why your pockets are flat. And that's why you're desperate. You must increase your value to other humans, whatever that may be. All of this stuff about we're all equal and everyone loves you. There was this article in Crack Magazine, and there was this scene where the dude was on the street. He was bleeding, and this guy comes up and he's like, I'm a nice guy. And the guy's like, fuck you. We need a doctor. That's it. The world does not care if you're a nice person. If you do not have what the world needs at that time, the world has no use for you. And, you could be a great person. You make your grandfather smile. Everyone in the family loves you. You've got the video where you're in front of the TV doing your little song and dance as a child. That's great. Those are beautiful memories. Love them, cherish them. But when it comes down to making money and serving people, they don't give a fuck. Get that shit out your head. Let that go. Well, I'm a good person. No, you don't deserve shit. You earn what you deserve. You earned it. You deserve it. Get that out, because I got a video up here about Dan Price talking about the 70,000. I knew that shit was going to be a clusterfuck when I first heard it. I just need to do a video about it. Humanity operates from a quid pro quo. It's either some money, it's either an emotional benefit, it's either an association. There's got to be some type of emotional benefit, or people are just not interested. They're just not. No. So reframe your brain, because yes, you can start this business with no experience, but there's going to be stages. The first stage is to just go through, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then stage number 5, realize you are an owner. Many people own businesses and act like employees and wonder why their people don't expect them. They just don't respect them at all. You are an owner. When you get to a certain level, you are an owner. You own that shit. You are the man and woman responsible. You are an owner. You're the person on the white horse. When you accept that responsibility, you will get more money. As long as you are hoping, wishing, and partnering, and we're all equal, and when you think of Microsoft, who do you think of? Bill Gates immediately. He's the man on the white horse. You think of Apple, you think of Steve Jobs, man on the white horse, or I guess Tim Cook now. You think of Google, you think of the two founders. Even though Google has thousands of employees, you don't really think about no one else. There are people who are the owners, the founders, the principals. They are more important than anyone else, because if they didn't do what they did, it would not exist. This isn't saying that human beings weren't important, but when you're running a race and you cross that finish line first, you're the winner. Not the person behind who ran just as hard. They just weren't as fast as you. They put a lot of effort into it. They trained. They just wasn't as fast as you, and you dug deep and you made it happen. You're the winner. Doesn't mean that person lost. It means that they have to train harder to win next time. Because what I don't like about our society today is this thing with the trophies. And this is something that messes up people who are trying to start a business with no experience. They're bringing that, I played on the soccer team, I played on the baseball team. We all got a participation trophy. There's no participation trophies in business. There are none. You fucking win and you fucking lose. That's it. That's it. So if you bring that participation trophy mindset into the business world, and then you're like getting your ass kicked because you never learned how to struggle. There's this wonderful book, How Children Succeed, by Paul Tugh. Tugh, I believe. It's a colorful, I don't have it, it's in the library. It's a colorful book with pencils on the cover. It has pencils on the cover. How Children Succeed. Go to Amazon. Great book. It'll help you even if you're an adult, because the gist of the book is that many kids are spared the process of struggle when it gets become an embedded part of their personality. And it really shows up when people become adults and freak out over simple stuff, because they never learned how to handle loss, and they never learned how to handle failure. It's coming. It's how you handle it. It's the difference. So go ahead and get that book. It's on Amazon. You can get it used really, really economically. But essentially, that's stage 5. You've got it going on, because if you start a business, there's going to be some stuff that's going to happen. And you go for your business license, you go online, you read all this stuff, because this happened to me, DeKalb County. I went in with my 138, a red line. I left out there $280 light. I had to get a print, had to hire someone to make a print to give to the civil engineer so they can look at it. And that shit wasn't on the website. But that's another thing. Once you get in business, the real information that you need to learn about your business, you'll get, because everything changes. There's so much opportunity right now. It's sick. I mean, life is so sweet. My teeth hurt because the sugar rush. You got to understand all of this waiting. And there was someone else, and it was in the comments, and I didn't get to it, that they were waiting for the right time. The right time's now. The right time is now. It's not next year. You are bullshitting yourself. You're like, with this, I'm waiting for the right time. You're bullshitting yourself. You are putting yourself in a position to lose, because you're waiting, because you're afraid. You get where I get, every time I put some shit out, I get a little fear, like, is this shit gonna work? Oh well. And I hit the release button and shit happens. And a lot of times I have a lot of losers. I have products that people don't like the name, they don't like the template, they don't like the thumbnail, and they're like, I don't like that. Send out an email and nobody buys shit. Happens. I fail more than I win, which means we get to rule number 6. If you fail a lot, you're going to have to create massive action, because this is what's going to happen. Let's say your failure rate, I figure my failure rate is 75%. So 25% of the time I win. One out of 4 times that I win. So if I do 10 action points, I'm going to win 2.5. Okay, so what do I do with that information? I create 40 action points. I'll still have that 25% success rate, but because I've increased my action radically, I've increased my success, even though from a percentage standpoint, it's the same. And I'm pausing because I just gave you something. And if you don't use that, you are boo-boo the fool. You are a dumbass, because I just gave you the magic jelly beans, the keys to the castle, all of this good stuff. And if you miss that, and if you start whining and bitching, it's like, well, no, I don't want to work that hard, then you deserve the failure that you are, because it's out there. You ever wonder why immigrants can come here, not speak the language, create their own damn communities, create their own economies? You know why? Because you get Palm from Vietnam, who had to get up in her straw hut, climb down the ladder because the hut's up on stilts, because the lions and tigers will eat their ass in the night if they're not up there. Come down the stilt, look left, look right, dodge the lions, go down to the stream with her pail, dip the pail in the water, come back, climb back up there. She has to do all that so she can brush her teeth. She has to do that just to brush her teeth. So they come here with a hardy work ethic, because things that we take for granted, they have to struggle to make happen. And it's in their mind, it's not even a struggle. It's just the way it is. So they come here and they're like, wait. What? You mean all I got to do is work 12 to 18 hours a day, 7 days a week, and I can get this? I was working 20 hours a day just to survive and just get, some rabies infested meat. What? This is it? Where do I sign up for my fucking citizenship? This place is amazing. Oh my God. No. Yeah, you bring mama. We're all coming. Yes. It's not a lie. It's true. It is true. I can't believe it. These fucking Americans are lazy. Well, we're going to own this country. Just give us a few generations. Yep. All right. Love you too. No. I mean, that's what's happening. That's what's happening. The girl I'm dating, she just worries about me because I work so hard. And I'm just like, you don't understand. This is not hard. This is not the same as when I was in the storage auction business. This is so much less. But because she's looking at it from what she does with her job, to it seems insane. When I was like, if you knew me when I was doing storage auctions, you really would be worried, because that shit we went hard for years. My partner and I, we went hard. I mean, it's just 6-7 days a week. We went hard. So now that's that perspective. So you got to push yourself. And if you want to get with massive action, check out Grant Cardone. I love the dude because he's one of the few people that can come on YouTube. He's not just talking the talk, he walked the walk. He's one of the few people in this space. When you Google him, you can see he had, quote, a real business before he became an internet guy and doing the internet thing. He has a real business. He has real business skills. He was selling, sales training to car dealerships to teach their salespeople how to be built. He did that for years. I'm telling you, it's out here for you. It is out here for you. So if you want to start a business with no experience, you got to get real with yourself and you've got to work your ass off. And then, many people will come at me like, so what should I do? What the fuck do you want to do? I think, and I said this before, so many people, they have so many options. They don't know what the hell to do with that freedom because they don't have that owner mindset. They have that employee mindset, and they're waiting on someone to tell them, you need to do this. With my courses, I leave it open. I put suggestions, but I want you to figure out what you want to do, because I'm going to tell you something. When you go ahead and you get that life that someone told you should have, and you've got the house, you've got the trophy wife, you've got the luxury cars, you got the 2.8 perfect kids in the bedroom, and you're laying in that bed and you are full of anxiety and you're unhappy and you're tired of fucking that woman. You built a life that you didn't want based on other people's suggestions. Happens all the time. You might be better off going out to Vermont or maybe Missouri, learning how to farm, building a farm, marrying you some Midwestern girl who's like really attractive and sturdy, just not this trophy shit. And you go out and you dig in the soil and you ride on your tractor and you come home and you have that nice meal and you lay up in bed and you look over there and you're like, I love this woman. That's your life that you want. There's the life that people tell you should have, and that's the life that you build. I built this shit because this is what I want. No day do I wake up and go, I don't want to do this. I don't wake up with those days with all the, the racism and bullshit on YouTube and all. At not one point have I said, I don't want to do this. Now, at one point I was going to say, fuck YouTube and do the blog thing and, get SEO that way. And then I said, you know what? Fuck these motherfuckers. Fuck them. Fuck them. I ain't going anywhere. And I made that decision and I've never come up. You got to figure out what your thing is. And the best way to figure out what your thing is to fuck up a lot. Go out and do a bunch of shit. You're like, okay, nope. Ooh, we're going to take this and put this in the keep pile. This is going to go in that disposal pile. We're going to keep this. We're going to keep that. That's what you have to do. I mean, I'm telling you, my thing is, because a lot of people just don't get me. My thing isn't money. My thing is freedom. I can do what the fuck I want most days. That's my crack. I can do what I want. I've recently turned down the business deal with someone because I thought he was a fucking fool. Total fool. And I was like, nope, a lot of money on the table. Fuck you. Keep your money. Keep your fuckery. Keep your foolishness. Because that shit was going to be nothing but a nightmare. And it was going to disturb the tranquility of the G-Sphere. In the G-Sphere, there's no yelling. There's no screaming. There's no wildness. Just peace. Just happiness. Just joy. This is the shit I built. And I am not going to let anyone disrupt that. No. And you can build your life. You can build your thing. It's a matter of courage. It's not a matter of intellect. It's not a matter of access. It's not a matter of the hookup. It's not a matter of luck. It's a matter of courage. Recently, I was doing a lot this weekend. I have opened up on my personal page. If you friend me on Facebook, be prepared because you're going to see some stuff that very few dudes will broach. And there was some yakety yak rah shit going on this weekend. And with logic, I shut down 3 fools and they all tapped out. Okay, it was nice debating, but I got to go. Just no, because I was just like, here it is. You don't believe in facts, fool. But, you don't believe in facts. That's on you. We're operating from facts and logic here. And when you bring that stuff, especially to many women who want to get into the rah debates, and you start breaking down logic point with the point there in the corner, and it's just like tap out every fucking time. Tap out because you can't win. You can't win. And that's the whole point of building your life. Because see, I'm getting back in that stuff. When I used to work at Northside Hospital, I used to work second shift. Sometimes, second shift, we used to have some of the passionate debates. Clinton was in the office at the time, and I remember Denise, she's like, you just don't care. You would just jump in. I was like, this shit's fun. Because many people operate that their opinion is stronger than fact. And at no point in history will someone's opinion ever be stronger than fact. Ever. Ever. If you don't believe me, have the opinion that you can fly and walk out of an airplane with no parachute and see what happens. Fact. Gravity's a fact. Math is a fact. 1 + 1 = 2 everywhere in the world. And no place does it equal 4 or 6. Facts. So that's the little chat. That's the thing that I put out. If you really want to start a business with no experience, it's something you can do. But you have to understand that your deficiencies are going to take up most of your time. The stuff that you're strong on, you're going to move like boom. But your deficiencies, you're going to work on that. And there's a lot of talk about working on your strengths, which I believe in, but I also believe in showing up your deficiencies. When I started this channel, I was deficient as fuck with making videos. I didn't even know how I used to write camera. And it took a few years. And I feel the effort was well worth it. The journey was well worth it versus just going out. Someone asked me, do I have someone edit my videos? And no, it's just me. I have infrastructure. I can do a video and edit it and stuff in maybe an hour and a half. Other people, it may take them all day to do the same thing because I have enough infrastructure, I have a process, I've got little shortcuts, all this stuff. But this is This is what comes when you build something. When you do your thing and you learn and you struggle through your success. So it's out there. So with that, hold on a second. If you need more help, if you want to do what you get a few things, I'm going to give you a few suggestions. This is what I got going on. If you want to start a business and you don't know what the hell to do, you have no framework, this is for you. Hold on. I have to get here. Here we go. This is for you. This will help you. This will help you. Now, okay, let me stop messing with you. This course, and this course, and there's another one that's being developed you can't see, are all included in the founder special, which is $150. You get all of that and a cool ass t-shirt. I don't know if that's, nope, that's not in there. Nope. So I will leave the link to that if you want to get involved, make it happen, and start working on your future today. Because I'm telling you, this is the best deal hands down that I've ever done in my life. And if you are broke today, let's address that. We keep it real here in the Hustler Mindset Project. This goes on to August 26th, which means you have 16 more days. So this is going on. Oh, I forgot. I'm adding more content. There's going to be, my goal is I'm shooting for 9 courses by August 26th, and all of that will be for one money. After August 26th, and I'm going to say this with a great deal of clarity, then it's going to go to maybe $500-600 for the bundle, and you can buy the courses individually. This is what I'm doing. I'm building. People told me not to do this. Based upon this site is only a week and a half old. Based upon the results, this is one of the best things I've ever done. So if you need extra help, this is what you can do. And if you click on the I, you'll see some extras if you need a little extra help. So with that, hopefully you like it. And I will see you in the next session.